And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pollock, your host for this segment, and I have with me Dr. Christopher Salute from the, do you still call it a junior college or no?
No, just Great Basin College.
Great Basin College.
Yeah.
And you've been there how long?
Going on my second year, so about 18 months at this point. Yeah.
Wow. And you came from?
Originally from New York, but moved to Las Vegas, and then from fabulous Las Vegas to Pahrump.
I believe we talked about that last time, yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about things that you do, the college does, and what we can do to connect with the folks out there that are watching us.
Awesome.
So last time we talked about the First Friday.
Yes.
And you have a larger-than-life First Friday coming up?
Yeah, so we've got a big one coming up. It's called the Winter Oasis. It's going to be December 6th and 7th. When I tell you, John, and I'm not trying to I hope people come, because we have activities like free art. We've got vendors. We've got food trucks. We've got 2 different days of Krampus, which is a play. We've got a free showing of The Nightmare Before Christmas on Saturday night. Cocoa, cider, all the good stuff. I think Mr. and Mrs. Claus are coming. I need to confirm that they are not prepping for Christmas, and they can make it.
A little light bulb went off in my head. Now, Rocky Horror Picture Show. When you show that, let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we can do that, and that's what's cool about the college is we have the rights we can buy a movie here and there and show it to a small audience. So.
Interesting. Okay, so keep that in the back of your head.
You got it. Here, I'll write that down.
Yes.
Rocky, you want to hear something terrible?
What's that?
Still have never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show in full. And I get it. It's a tragedy. And I should be watching it right now, and I understand.
Right. Years ago, maybe 10 years ago in Las Vegas, they were showing it on the weekend evenings.
Yeah.
And at the time, my wife and I were the oldest people in line. All those young kids got into it.
It's gotten trendy. It's reemerged, I think.
And I remember standing on a corner in Chicago, waiting to go in, standing with some liquor in my paper bag so the police wouldn't stop us, waiting to go in the show. Yeah, that's flashbacks, folks.
That's funny.
If you haven't seen it, please go out there and see it. It's great.
It's good. Megs loves it. I have to watch it for her, which I will.
Okay. So, tell us a little bit more about what's happening with the First Friday.
So we're really excited about it, and it's just one thing that the college does to kind of build our community. And I think, when you had said, hey, can you come on and talk about what the college is doing, that kind of wraps it up, right? We are just out to serve the community. So we've got, it's 2 to 6 p.m., well, 2 to 7 for this special one. 2 to 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, the 6th and the 7th. Everything is free. There's a couple of things that we're going to look for a suggested donation for, like we've got some of our clubs on campus who will wrap your gifts for you or sell you an ornament, or you can make an ornament. So we're looking for like $1 or $2 donation, but everything else is free. And it's just, it's just to come out and enjoy. We're asking if you would be so kind as to bring a couple of cans of food for our food pantry, or if you bring a toy for our toy drive, but you don't have to. And if you do that, we're going to give you half off. We'll give you a little voucher. You'll get half off of the school, the play and the vendor fair at the high school, which is right across the parking lot. So it's going to be a cool day.
And the dates on that?
December 6th and 7th.
Okay, I got that down here.
Absolutely. Yeah, please do come.
And you park right in front of the college there?
Yeah, park right in front, or the parking lot next door, which we share with the high school. So more than enough parking, absolutely. And we're going to light up campus that day, so you'll be able to see us.
And hours again are
2 to 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
You had food trucks over there.
Yeah, we usually have 1 to 2 food trucks every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, everything, all the good ones, Dino's, and we've had the pizza one, and we've had...
Not the one with the fish.
No, we haven't had that one yet. Hookers, I think, right?
Yeah, we haven't had that one either. No. We haven't tried it.
Yeah, we're trying. They're busy. A lot of the food trucks in town are busy.
Yeah. All right, then. So, wait a minute. What about classes? Do you have classes there, too?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
I was starting to think about when you said, hey, come down and talk about the college. I'm a rule of 3 person. you're not going to remember more than three things. So what I would like to talk about are our CTE programs, our health sciences programs, and our certificate programs.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned this last time, but for those who've just seen me this first time here, I had no idea how beautiful a community college could be and what we do for our community until I worked at one. We have an incredible manufacturing program that our students are leaving that program after 2 years making anywhere from $22 to $27 an hour. So you're talking 18, 19-year-olds making pretty good money, and then it only goes up from there. And they're working at armories, and they're working at big modeling plants, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of our programs are hands-on, and you would think because we're a community college that maybe we don't have the cream of the crop, best technology. But you walk through that building and you go, wow, they have everything from manual machines to CNC machines. These guys, these folks, really, they end up really doing well. So that's one of the first programs that I would talk about. Come and join our manufacturing program. If you want to learn a trade, it's fantastic. And there's welding involved with that. There's a ton of other, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So you have all this equipment there?
Yeah. So when you come to the campus, there's the academic building, and then next to it is the manufacturing building.
Okay.
And the manufacturing building is probably bigger and has more. So,
okay.
And if that doesn't interest you, one of my favorite programs to talk about are all of our health sciences. So I learned this. I'm very excited to say this. I've been preparing all week to say this. We have the #1 nursing licensure program in the country at Great Basin College. It was in the state, and we have now ranked #1 in the country. So there's 2,116 programs in the country. We are #1.
And that was always big in our junior college.
Yeah, we've always been good,
yes.
right? If I said in the state, you'd say, wow, in the state's great. But in the country, we've just gotten our numbers back. Yeah. And off of those programs, we've got our MAPE program, Medical Assistant Phlebotomy and EKG, which is a beautiful program. You were nodding. I wanted to make sure I didn't cut you off.
No. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that program specifically, our MAPE program. Again, you would think community colleges, we have less resources. We're just going to follow the trends. That's the only program in the country that does all three of those certificates in one. And the reason that we do it is because we're trying to prepare young folks for a job. If you got one of those three certificates, you'd probably be fine. But if you plan on working in a rural area, you may not have a full-time job. You may have a part-time job with one of those. Right. But when you put medical assisting, phlebotomy, and EKG together, I would be hard-pressed to find a hospital or an emergency room that wouldn't hire you full-time.
My goodness, and then go to the big city?
Yeah, and then go to the city.
Because it's very limited here.
Yeah, and make even more, even more. So MAPE's one of our bigger programs that's just getting online. We are bringing in, we have sonography, we have x-ray technician, radiology, CNA program. So a lot of folks who don't want to finish their nursing degree can go to their CNA. That's not even an 8-week course. And again, passing that, all of our students passed our CNA exam. It was so funny. I had a student who was kind of like freaking out about it, was studying all day in our lab. And I said, what are you freaking out about? And she said, I heard this test is so hard. And I said, yes, take it seriously. Also, it's hard for everyone else because they don't have the faculty that you have. I ask my faculty, I say, where's everyone messing this up? And they say they just don't care. A lot of schools, and I don't mean to say that about everyone, but a lot of schools are big and they don't have enough energy to care for 50 students. We have 15 students at a time, and every student really makes a difference. So our faculty members are putting together practice test days and study days, and they're giving extra help. I'm opening labs to make sure that students can see what they need to see. And I'm not even a science guy, I'm a psychology guy. But our students are really well prepared. I just met up with one of our faculty members yesterday, Michelle Beecher, who takes our teaching students, right? Not even our nursing students. There aren't enough schools here to have our teachers do their, what do you call them? Like their observing days. And so Michelle rents she leases our vehicle out from the campus, and she drives our students 4 at a time to Las Vegas to give them other opportunities. And I think it's great because you're seeing a more urban environment. It's a different scenario than you're going to see in rurals. Exactly. And she takes them all day. She takes her whole day and takes them and observes with them and then drives them back. You're not going to see that at a big school. And that's what I think makes us so special.
You should almost do a video tour of your shop,
Yeah.
and we could play it on Community Viewpoint.
Don't tempt me, I
And,
will.
and after we broadcast it, you'll have the YouTube video to do what you see fit with that.
Would love that. So thank you. We were just talking about that.
You'll get a
with-
bigger market with that.
Yeah. We were talking about that. So the MMT, the manufacturing team, has an advisory council, and we were talking about that with them. Like, we're fine. I mean, we don't need, we fill our classes, but I want to see night classes and weekend classes and have a lot of people in this community learn this trade. And so we're thinking about doing a video. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And then the last kind of the three that I would talk about would be our certificate programs. I'm a big proponent of this, and I've said this way before I ever joined a community college, even when I was at fancy private colleges and universities in New York. I would look at a lot of folks' degrees, and they would come to me as a junior in college, let's say, or university. They're 20 years old, 21, and they say, I have this degree. I'm finishing my degree in English. What should I do? And I go, what do you mean? You didn't think about that before you enrolled in a degree in English? No, I just enjoyed the work. Well, then continue to enjoy the work, because you're not going to get paid to be an English. No offense. Although I should say we have two alumni, Amina and Renee, who got their English degrees from our campus, the Corey sisters, and they started their own grant writing company and data analysis. So you can if you're driven, but they're smart, and they came from a community college as well. Okay. But our certificates are more applied. They're typically 5 classes, 7 classes. We have certificates in mining and geology. We have certificates in welding. We have certificates in diesel and auto mechanics. We have certificates in electrical. So you can come to our college and not invest a heck of a ton of time, money, and energy. Well, energy probably, but come out with a degree or a certificate that's going to actually get you paid. And I think that's so much more valuable than waiting until you're 21 and saying, I have this degree in political science. What can I do with it?
Interesting. Very, very well put. Well, you're the director.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should have an open house there too.
Yeah, so we do, and part of our Winter Oasis too is we do an open house with it. So it's our ugly sweater open house as well. So you come in, even if you don't own an ugly sweater, because we want to make sure we are inclusive of everyone. If you do not own an ugly sweater, we will provide tchotchkes for you to put on your own sweater, and we'll make it as ugly as you'd like for you. So yeah, we try. The whole campus is an open house. We're open to everyone, and we always welcome our folks to come in and say hi.
Well, thank you, Doctor. And remember, the 6th and 7th is the first Friday and Saturday.
Absolutely.
It's a big one, so hopefully you'll be there. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, John.